And here at the top right-hand corner of the map, we have our red Protoss representative from the Team Prime. It is Creator, and his opponent down in the lower left-hand corner from the Team Ennis Hosa is Jjakji. You know what I just realized?
What did you just realize?
This is the Tournament of Terrans, right?
Well, sort of. That's how it started out.
How many Terrans do we have left?
We have...
One.
One? Yeah.
How many Protoss we have left?
2.
Oh, Terrans are outnumbered for the first time after starting with 12 Terran representatives and just 3 Protoss.
So if Creator Prime wins this, and then Jjakji goes down and loses to Hero in the lower bracket, we might have a rematch PvP finals for this.
Yes.
And their PvP was really entertaining last time, too, so I wouldn't complain.
Hero did lose 0-3. But it was still well-fought games. A couple of them were close. So,
you know, right from the beginning, though, I've really seen Jjakji as the favorite to win this. And I've definitely seen Creator and Hero as being the contenders. So I guess I got to say I'm not too surprised to see these 3 as our last remaining competitors in the Tournament of Champions.
Certainly not Hero.
They deserve it.
I admit that there was a couple of representatives that I was kind of pulling for and hoping for as well. I think that we could throw Nada and Pult into the discussion as people that I would have liked to have seen go really far too.
Pult was one of those I was going to say possibly top 3 with him. I'm a little bit surprised that he's not out, not still in it.
Right. And unfortunately, you know, Nada's not going to be at IPL 4. His teammates Hart and Killer and Gonzi are going to be there, but not Nada. And also we have QXC is going to be there, and Katz is going to be there as well. So actually, Complexity coming out in force.
Yeah, no kidding. And they'll be coming in force for Team Arena Challenge 3 as well. It's going to be their first showing as an individual team. Yeah. Not playing with MVP, so that'll be pretty cool. Since
Team Arena Challenge 2, though, they've added Nada, Heart Killer, and Gonzi. So.
Yeah, definitely strengthens their roster a little bit. They've got a lot of... I'd say they've got some of the best foreigners out there, too.
I'm just... QXC, for sure.
Like that,
Not specifically just saying that they were adding Koreans, but that they were adding some just great players to their roster. They've really strengthened it.
We've got Druby, who has the biggest forearms in all of StarCraft 2, as we saw from the sticker.
Yeah, from our iHeart Esports friends, their stickers that they gave to us. That is true.
Yeah. Oh, my God. It's Warp Gate research.
It is.
He's going to turn those gateways into Warp Gates.
And there's a Stalker, and Jjakji has no gas and a command center.
Yeah, there is. And no bunker started yet either, so Jjakji's going to want to get that down, otherwise he might take a little bit of early damage from that Stalker, because Creator Prime loves to send his Stalkers out across the map early on for just that reason.
And let's see, is there
I'm sure that SCV's going to build a bunker. That's got to be his job. He's like, move, Marine, I need to build a bunker here.
Seriously, get out of here, guys. Well, this SCV's trying to bury itself, and so the
Stalker... from the Zelda Stalker, he's like,
It's like some Splinter Cell action here as just sitting in the shadows as everything goes around him.
I'm so scared right now. And there's the bunker on the way, but will it come up in time?
Looks like it will. The Stalker's going around the long way, and the Marines are going to be able to kite against the Zealot for a little while.
Yep, so Jjakji should be fine, and we are actually going to just see a straight-up macro game from him this time around, it looks like.
Whoa, because we have another command center coming up as well. So Jjakji does not do things halfway. If it's going to be an all-in, it's going to be an all-in. He'll pull every SCV. If he's going to play a macro game, by God, he's going to have 38 command centers.
Yep. Jjakji goes all in. It's not bit by bit. It's everything at once.
Bit by bit. Still my favorite rallying cry in StarCraft 2.
Absolutely. Even though we didn't do it last time, Jjakji went all in. Oh well.
That's true. Yeah. Oh yeah. A little sad.
Yeah. It's you know, you can't overuse it. You can't tarnish the memory of bit by bit.
As we struggle to not laugh while saying that.
He's out there somewhere.
That's true.
He was like, there was a time when I was a memorable personality in the StarCraft community.
If he hasn't already gone on a murder spree from going insane at all the people making fun of him.
Never. There's been much cheesier players than him that have stuck around for much longer.
That's true.
I'm not going to name names, but they're out there.
That's true. Yeah. All right, well, let's see
RoboBay just finishing up now for Creator Prime, so playing things quite safe as usual. Very Creator Prime of him to do that.
And Third command center is finished turning into an orbital command now. It looks like he intends to use it as a macro CC for a little while, really buff for those SEV numbers for a little while, and then eventually move it out when the coast is clear.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, if your first 2 bases aren't saturated yet, then taking a third at that point is a little bit silly for Terran. So,
are we actually going to see Creator able to go up to like 2 forges and Robotics Bay?
If we're going to see it at all, this is going to be the map we're going to see it on. Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. Oh, 1 engineering bay. If he goes 2 engineering bays, I'm going to be so excited.
Let's see here, as he does have...
It's lower right.
There it is.
I mean left.
All right.
That's what I meant. I meant if I was on the other side of the monitor looking this way, it would have been right.
Gotcha. Yes, if we were in Australia, it would have reversed, and we would have been on the left side. So,
second observer out for Creator Prime. He loves to get multiple observers out. I think that's a great thing to do.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Scouting is so incredibly important in StarCraft 2.
All right. Well, it is indeed, and Jjakji has that next orbital command finished up. Does pick off Probe trying to sneak its way off the left-hand side. Not going to pick up on anything. +1 weapons coming up. And hey,
there we go.
Double forges for Creator Prime.
Yep. So we're going to get to see the stereotypical Creator Prime double forge style. He was one of the Korean players that popularized this in Korea. Of course, this was a style that I often say was popular in the West before the Koreans kind of picked it up. But when they did, Creator Prime was one of the first ones. Wow. How does Jjakji see all that?
He's so good, man.
He just does not miss observers. He notices a little shimmer.
It's unbelievable.
You know, if you walk up to Jjakji and look him in the face, like, straight up, you can see his eyes are like fly eyes. They have like a million different little eyes in one. That's why he never misses anything, man. He can watch the mini-map and everything else at the same time.
Each one of those are actually small robotic cameras as well, continually feeding information to the strongest processor known to man.
It's true. A processor known as Jjakji's brain.
That's true.
Unless he took Nesti's brain and put it in his own head.
No. Nesti doesn't have a brain. He has some sort of a super advanced processing unit that's not really been developed by the rest of the humanity yet.
And look at that. Wow. You can't slip anything past Jjakji at all. I mean, you can get in his base and see what he has, but you will lose the observers. And apparently it's time to move up for Jjakji because he just salvaged that.
Well, Creator did get a pretty good scout on everything, and he did see the Ghost Academy coming up as well, so he knows everything that's coming out of him. And Jjakji, there's no factory anywhere, so he is going to go to Medevacs after this. This is going to be a super strong attack with 5 barracks, some Ghosts added in there, but absolutely no Medevacs.
Yep, and it's going to hit long before there are any Colossus out on the field, too, for Creator Prime, so this could be very damaging to him. What does Creator Prime have for defense right now?
Well, let's take a look back at his base. He's got, where are all his
He's going to have 1-1. That's going to help.
Okay.
He's got an army. It's a bit small-ish.
Yes.
And the thing is some good EMPs on those sentries are going to ruin his day very, very quickly.
Yeah.
Jjakji about 13 supply ahead here right now. 14 supply ahead.
Creator did just finish up his robotics bay, though, so he'll be able to move into Colossi production here in a bit. Of course, saving up resources to make sure that he can get all of his upgrades running. But Jjakji now sitting off of 3 bases. He's just going to see how quickly he can get to 200 supply off of Bio, and he'll make a little push here and stimming up a couple of units. He thinks something is waiting around the corner, but not really much going to be there. He'll check the Zelnaga Tower and catch that probe, though.
Yep. Nice job to stim those 2 units just to catch that. Doesn't hurt at all. And you know what? I wonder how much Creator Prime saw of that army here, too. I think Jjakji may have waited just long enough that Creator Prime doesn't quite know what to expect. There's another Stim Marine. He finds the army. And Creator Prime's units are a bit split up here, so Jjakji's going to need to EMP very carefully. Here he goes!
All right, he's going to make his way up. If he catches that Immortal, that'd be great for him, and he does!
He does!
One Immortal's going to go down, and that's the only one that was there. The rest of the sentries were actually taken out pretty quickly as well. A couple of nice force fields actually trapped a few of those bio units for a while, so Jjakji's going to have to move back, and the Colossus is there in time.
The EMPs were good, but the tough part about this is you stim and the damage is permanent. And a lot of times Protoss can just reinforce that quickly. So that's why you see this push that Jjakji tried so much less than you used to see it in the GSL. It's just not quite as effective. And now Jjakji's going to have to pull back, and he's going to be at huge risk from a counterattack here.
All right, well, he does have, because of those 5 barracks, a huge amount of units still left over. In fact, his first 2 medevacs aren't coming out to the 13-minute mark on 3 bases, which is a little staggering when you think that he's going for that bio-focused build. But he's preparing for the eventual Colossi numbers pretty well. Second starport, another reactor coming up, and +1 weapons already on the way for those air units.
Yep. That's right. That second starport especially is going to be really, really helpful. I mean, to be able to produce Vikings and medevacs at the same time, That's going to be really nice for Jjakji.
And let's see here now as Creator sending out a few more units. Wants to check around with another observer, but of course he's lost 3 of those already this game, so...
Yep, actually that's really good. Every observer that Creator Prime needs to make is less robotics facility cycles he can use on things like Colossi and that kind of stuff. So it does slow down the Colossus production.
Yeah, I mean...
Makes Jjakji need to make less Vikings, which is nice.
A few patches ago... Oh, look at that, I just heard another one. Yeah, wow. Jjakji, so good. Now, obviously, you know, at one point they were 5150, I believe, and they were knocked down to 2575 in terms of resources. But that's still a pretty good gas investment, as you can think. He spent 300 gas just on observers, and he wishes he could spend that somewhere else, especially going in now to a Templar Archives.
Yep. And here comes the drop from Creator Prime. He scans and turns around. Yeah, you're not going to be able to get in there. Not with the cannon, all the stalkers there prepared.
Nope, absolutely not. And Jjakji's got a pretty good read on his opponent, actually.
Well, Creator Prime is in his favorite spot to be in right now.
Yes.
He's been able to sit there and macro largely unopposed. He killed the first attack so easily. Yeah, he's feeling great right now.
And let's see here as personal cloaking coming up, so those ghosts getting some added upgrades. Benefits as well. He's going to be on a lot of Vikings, already 6 on the field and 4 being produced at a time. It's going to be pretty easy for him to walk through those Colossi numbers, but Creator already preparing for that by adding in some High Templar.
Yeah. And the armies might clash in the middle here. They both... Oh, that's sweet. They're working together. Oh, but both of them are like, nope.
I wanted to open this up as attack path, but I don't want to attack you right now.
Yeah. It's pro gamers, man. Really good. They're all alike. We need to have like a 3-player free-for-all between Jjakji, Leenock, and Creator.
Oh, God.
Creator would win, though, because he would just sit back and play defensively, and then he'd be the infinite Void Ray guy at the end of the free-for-all. You know, there's always
I hate
that
guy.
You play Protoss, so you probably are that guy.
I'm not that guy.
Are you not that guy?
No.
Okay. It's good to hear.
No.
Because there's always that guy in free-for-alls where he just doesn't attack anyone, and everyone ignores him.
Yeah.
And suddenly then he shows up at the game with like 20 Void Rays, and you're like, well, I guess you're just... Are you happy with your win? Just sitting and making Void Rays all game? Did you really enjoy it?
No, I'm the Colossus Carrier Mothership guy, so...
Okay.
Yes, because I don't play halfway. Like, I'm going to make all Tier 3 units, and they're going to be amazing.
I see.
All right. Well, that's a pretty staggering amount of Vikings, as we mentioned before. Mobius Reactor coming up for future units, and 3-3 upgrades is on the way for Jjakji. But 3-3 is almost finished up for Creator, but if Jjakji can engage right now before 3-3 hits, so it'd be a pretty good spot for him. He's already launching some EMPs, taking down those Colossi very quickly. The last one going to fall here in just a second. The Ghost picking away at a couple of these units as well. Look how fast the Zealots are falling. Jjakji with a brilliant engagement there.
Great EMPs. He got the Vikings up front to take down the Colossi, pulled the Zealots away from the Stalkers and the rest of the army. That was easy for Jjakji, or rather, he made it look easy. It's actually quite hard to do that properly, but
it is.
Jjakji making it look easy, showing why he's a GSL champion.
Yeah,
and I don't think this is going to work for Creator Prime.
No, more units trying to make their way in, but there's just a handful of Blink Stalkers off the left-hand side. Jjakji going to run up and start killing gateways.
Jjakji's going to run up and win the game. That's what he's going to do. This is over, man. Jjakji is going to the grand finals, it looks like.
He's going to the grand finals.
Great playing game 3 here, game 4.
Yeah, he's going in style, and he is going to have that all-important extra life as well in the grand final. So Creator is going to go down to the lower bracket in a rematch against Liquid Hero to see who's the other representative of the grand finals.
Oh, man. Feedback on those, on a couple medevacs there. Not targeting down the robotics facility. I think he's kind of just messing around here. I mean, Creator Prime trying to defend, but it's just too much right now for Jjakji. He's got a decent force here, but I don't think it's going to be quite enough with some proper micro.
And takes out some Colossi there. The Ghost cloaking themselves up one more time.
The Vikings.
Last couple of Zealots are going to go down. Just a handful of Stalkers remaining. Creator down to 73 supply falling.
GG.
There's the GG. Jjakji moves on to the grand finals at the Tournament of Champions.